The Netherlands, officially the Kingdom of the Netherlands, covers about 41,865 square kilometers in Western Europe and is home to 17.9 million people as of 2025. It ranks 18th globally by nominal GDP, about 1.27 trillion US dollars in 2025, with a GDP per capita near 70,600 US dollars, placing it among the world's most prosperous nations. Administratively, the country is divided into 12 provinces, including North Holland, South Holland, and Utrecht, each with its own capital and local council. Beyond its economic strengths, the Netherlands is famous for its gezellig nightlife, a uniquely Dutch blend of cozy and lively. In Amsterdam, the Leidseplein and Rembrandtplein squares glow late into the night, with cocktail bars, live music venues, and electronic clubs drawing diverse crowds. Rotterdam's Witte de Witstraat offers hip art bars and underground beats, while Utrecht and Eindhoven boast vibrant student scenes, from laid-back pubs alongside canals to high-energy clubs. Seasonal events like King's Day transform the whole country into one giant street party, with pop-up stages, beer bikes, and street markets fueling unforgettable evenings. This video will explore what makes life in the Netherlands so special, from its low-lying countryside and world-class economy to its natural wonders, rich culture, and that warm, inviting nightlife. Let's dive into the heart of this dynamic nation. The Netherlands sits in northwestern Europe, covering about 41,865 square kilometers of land and water and home to roughly 17.9 million people, making it one of the continent's most densely populated countries at over 500 people per square kilometer. Bordered by Germany to the east, Belgium to the south, and the North Sea to the north and west, this flat nation is famous for its low-lying terrain. Around 26% lies below sea level, kept dry by an ingenious system of dikes, dunes, and pumps. Administratively, the country is divided into 12 provinces, from the urban hubs of North Holland and South Holland to more rural areas like Drenthe and Friesland. South Holland, with over 3.8 million residents, is the most populous and includes Rotterdam, the world's busiest port, and The Hague, the seat of government. In contrast, provinces such as Zeeland lie largely at or below sea level, showcasing the Dutch mastery of land reclamation and water management. Three major rivers, the Rhine, Meuse, and Scheldt, flow through the Netherlands, forming a broad delta that has shaped both trade and settlement for centuries. Polders, tracts of land reclaimed from the sea and lakes, account for much of the fertile farmland in Flevoland and North Holland. Drained and protected by pumping stations, these fields produce a significant share of Europe's flowers, vegetables, and dairy products. Despite its compact size, the Netherlands features varied landscapes. The western and northern coasts boast sandy dunes and beach resorts, while the eastern and southern provinces include peat bogs, heathlands, and mixed woodlands. The country's major cities, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, and Utrecht, sit amid a mosaic of canals, green belts, and bike paths. The Dutch climate is temperate maritime, with mild winters and cool summers. Average winter temperatures hover around 2 degrees Celsius, and summer highs average 17 degrees Celsius, with rainfall spread evenly throughout the year. This moderate climate supports year-round agriculture and encourages cycling, with more bicycles than inhabitants weaving through urban and rural lanes alike. In short, the Netherlands' geography, defined by low-lying polders, busy river deltas, diverse provinces, and a mild maritime climate, has shaped its people, economy, and way of life, turning a once flood-prone land into a model of engineering and sustainable land use. The Netherlands boasts a highly developed, open economy that ranks 18th in the world by nominal GDP, with 1.18 trillion US dollars projected for 2025. The service sector dominates, contributing about 77% of economic output in 2023. Finance, professional services, tourism, and public administration are key subsectors, anchored by global hubs such as Amsterdam's Zuidas Business District and The Hague's international institutions. Industry, covering manufacturing of machinery, chemicals, food products, and high-tech equipment, accounts for roughly 20% of GDP, with clusters in South Holland and North Brabant. Agriculture is small, around 2% of GDP, but highly efficient, supplying leading exports of flowers, dairy, vegetables, and meat under advanced mechanization. International trade is vital. In 2023, Dutch merchandise exports reached $950 billion, fueled by Rotterdam's port, the largest in Europe, and advanced logistics networks. Major export goods include machinery, chemicals, and food products, while top partners are Germany, Belgium, and the United Kingdom. A balanced trade surplus underpins the economy's openness and resilience. After slowing in 2023, real GDP growth is forecast to pick up to 1.3% in 2025, driven by private consumption and services, even as global uncertainties and trade tensions weigh on exports. Inflation has eased toward the European average, and unemployment remains low, supporting robust household spending and business investment. Fiscal policy in the Netherlands balances public investment in infrastructure, education, and green transition, particularly in offshore wind and sustainable agriculture, with prudent budget management. The country's strong credit ratings and stable financial markets attract foreign direct investment, reinforcing its role as a gateway to Europe. In summary, the Netherlands' economy combines a world-leading services base, innovative industry, and efficient agriculture with a strategic trade position. Together with sound governance and a skilled workforce, this mix positions the country for steady, sustainable growth in the years ahead. The Netherlands offers a vibrant and varied nightlife scene that blends historic pubs, sleek cocktail bars, and world-class clubs. In Amsterdam, districts like Leidseplein and Rembrandtplein come alive after dark. Here you'll find everything from cozy brown cafes, some tracing their roots back centuries, to cutting-edge clubs like Shelter and D-School, where international DJs spin techno and house beats until dawn. Cafe culture remains strong too. Many locals linger over a Genever, Dutch gin, or specialty beer, enjoying the relaxed, gezellig atmosphere that the Dutch prize. Rotterdam's nightlife emphasizes innovation. The Witte de Witstraat and Zwanshals area boast art bar hybrids and waterfront lounges. Industrial venues such as Radion host 24-hour raves, while smaller spots blend live music, DJ sets, and performance art. Downtown Rotterdam also features upscale wine bars and craft beer breweries, reflecting the city's forward-looking spirit. In Utrecht, the student-driven nightlife centers on the Oude Gracht canals. Canal-side terraces and basement bars offer affordable drinks and live performances, drawing young crowds until 3 a.m. on weekends. Eindhoven, known for design and technology, brings a high-energy student scene to areas around Stratumseind, Europe's longest pub street, where dozens of bars and clubs line the road. Despite a gradual shift from cafes to restaurants, with 33% fewer bars and cafes since 2007 and a 58% growth in restaurants, the Netherlands still counts over 8,000 dedicated bars and pubs nationwide. This abundance supports diverse tastes, from craft beer aficionados exploring microbreweries to cocktail lovers seeking the latest mixology trends. Large annual events amplify the nightlife experience. Amsterdam Dance Event, ADE, attracts over 400,000 visitors each October for 5 days of electronic music conferences and club nights across more than 200 venues. On King's Day, the entire country turns into a moving festival, with street parties, pop-up bars, and boat parades filling canals until sunrise. Across all cities, entry ages start at 18 for bars and 21 for clubs serving hard liquor. Late-night public transport runs on weekends, and taxis or ride shares ensure safe journeys home. Whether you prefer dancing under neon lights in an underground bunker, sharing small plates in a canal-side bistro, or sampling local spirits in a centuries-old cafe, the Netherlands nightlife scene offers something unforgettable for every night owl. The Netherlands may be known for its cities and tulip fields, but it also boasts a wealth of natural landscapes waiting to be explored. Nearly 22.5% of the country's land is protected under environmental programs, covering national parks, nature reserves, and the UNESCO-listed Wadden Sea. These areas preserve a mix of dunes, wetlands, forests, and heathlands that showcase Dutch biodiversity. Along the North Sea coast, the Wadden Sea forms the world's largest uninterrupted intertidal system, stretching about 500 kilometers across the Netherlands, Germany, and Denmark. UNESCO World Heritage Site supports over 10,000 square kilometers of mud flats and salt marshes, feeding millions of migratory birds each year and hosting unique species like the gray seal. A new seal rescue center at Lauwersug cares for injured seals and educates visitors about this fragile ecosystem. Inland, the Netherlands has 21 national parks covering nearly 3% of its territory. De Hoge Veluwe stands out for its heathlands, sand dunes, and woodlands, home to red deer, wild boar, and the Kreller-Miller Museum's open-air sculpture park. To the north, Lauwersmeer National Park offers wetlands teeming with waterfowl, while De Biesbosch in the southwest protects rivers, creeks, and freshwater tidal areas ideal for kayaking. The iconic Dutch dunes, as seen in Kennemerland and Texel, form natural coastal defenses and support rare orchids and butterflies. Agriculture remains a cornerstone of Dutch resources. Though only 26% of the land is farmed, the Netherlands is a global leader in agricultural exports, selling flowers, vegetables, dairy, and meat around the world. Intensive greenhouse cultivation around areas like Westland turns bright fields of tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers into year-round harvests for export. Water itself is managed as a resource. The country's famous network of polders, canals, and pumping stations not only keeps land dry but also supplies irrigation and fresh water for towns and industry. Coastal dunes and engineered flood barriers protect low-lying areas, while wetlands and nature reserves store floodwater and maintain biodiversity. Lastly, the Netherlands taps modest mineral deposits such as peat, used historically for fuel and now partly reclaimed by wetland restoration projects. Small deposits of sand, gravel, and clay support the construction industry, while advanced recycling systems recover metals and other materials to reduce reliance on imports. Together, these resources, from gas and green energy to fertile farmland and water management, reflect the Netherlands' ability to blend engineering skill with environmental stewardship, ensuring a sustainable balance between human needs and the natural world. The Netherlands is home to about 18 million people in 2025, making it one of Europe's most densely populated nations at over 500 people per square kilometer. Despite the tight spaces, Dutch culture values personal space, directness, and a friendly, gezellig spirit that blends warmth with practicality. Most residents, around 75%, identify as ethnically Dutch or Frisian, with official languages Dutch nationwide and West Frisian in Friesland. Immigrant communities from Turkey, Morocco, Suriname, and more recently Poland and Ukraine account for over 20% of the population, enriching Dutch cuisine, music, and festivals. English is widely spoken, especially among younger people and in business, reflecting the Netherlands' global ties. Dutch people prize a strong work-life balance. The average work week is just 32.2 hours, the shortest in Europe, with part-time roles common. Over 419,000 couples work both part-time to juggle careers and family life. This flexibility supports high female labor participation and ensures plenty of time for leisure, hobbies, and socializing. Cycling is woven into daily routines. With over 23 million bicycles in the country, more bikes than people, flat roads and dedicated cycle paths connect cities and villages alike. Whether commuting to work, shopping, or heading out for a weekend ride through tulip fields, the bike is central to Dutch life. The Netherlands' cultural heritage shines in its festivals and arts. King's Day on April 27th turns every city into an open-air celebration of orange-clad revelers, street markets, and live music. The Amsterdam dance event brings together over 400,000 electronic music fans each October. Traditional Sinterklaas celebrations in early December fill homes with sweets and songs, while summer fairs and jazz festivals light up towns from Maastricht to Groningen. Art and design have a global reputation here. Dutch masters, Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Van Gogh, anchor the country's museum scene from the Rijksmuseum to the Van Gogh Museum, attracting millions each year. Contemporary Dutch design and architecture, epitomized by projects like Rotterdam's Markthal and Amsterdam's Eye Film Museum, merge innovation with function. Underlying it all is a commitment to tolerance and social progress. The Netherlands was the first country to legalize same-sex marriage in 2001 and consistently ranks high on global equality indexes. Public debates are open and direct, reflecting a culture where honest dialogue and mutual respect help communities thrive. In daily life, whether chatting in a brown cafe, cycling along a canal, or attending a pop-up art show, the Dutch blend tradition and modernity, creating a society that's as open and progressive as it is rooted in history. Living in the Netherlands offers a high quality of life, but comes at a notable cost, especially in major cities. In Amsterdam, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center is around €1,600 per month, while outside the center it drops to about €1,200. Other cities like Rotterdam and Utrecht tend to be 10 to 20% cheaper, with central one-bedrooms averaging €1,300 and €1,400 respectively, and €1,000 to €1,100 outside the core areas. Monthly living expenses for a single person, including groceries, utilities, transport, and leisure, typically run between €900 and €1,100. A basic supermarket basket costs slightly above the EU average. A liter of milk is about €1.10, a loaf of bread €1.50, and a dozen eggs €2.50. Eating out is moderately priced, with a three-course meal at a mid-range restaurant costing around 25 to 30 euros, and a coffee or beer averaging 3 to 4 euros. These sandy ridges invite hiking and bird-watching along well-marked trails. Further south, Utrechtse Heuvelrug and Limburg's hills break the flat landscape, offering wooded ridges and bubbling springs once used to power historic mills. Beyond parks, much of the Dutch countryside, over 54% of land, is farmland. Fields of tulips and windmills remain a priority for preservation, as seen each spring at Keukenhof, while smaller nature reserves protect peat bogs, heathlands, and riparian woodlands under the Natura 2000 network. Together, these natural attractions, from tidal flats and seal-populated shores to inland forests and dune-backed beaches, highlight the Netherlands' commitment to balancing human activity with conservation. Whether you're paddling through marshes, cycling across heath, or peering through binoculars at a flock of migrating birds, the country's protected landscapes offer a refreshing escape into nature. Tourism plays a major role in the Netherlands' economy. In 2023, total tourism expenditure, including both domestic and international visitors, reached nearly €105 billion, up from €98.6 billion in 2022. Of this, foreign visitors accounted for about €30 billion, while Dutch residents spent the remaining €75 billion on travel within their own country. Tourism supports over 700,000 jobs directly and indirectly, making it one of the top employers nationwide. The capital city, Amsterdam, leads in overnight stays and tourist spending. Visitors flock to its iconic canals, the Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh Museum, and Anne Frank House, alongside vibrant neighborhoods like Jordan and the Nine Streets, Negen Straatjes. In 2023, Amsterdam recorded over 19 million overnight stays, underscoring its position as one of Europe's most visited cities. Beyond the capital, Keukenhof Gardens in Lisse draws over 1.5 million visitors each spring to see its spectacular displays of tulips and other bulbs. Nearby Zaanse Schans offers a glimpse of traditional Dutch life with working windmills, wooden shoe workshops, and cheese farms. The picturesque village of Giethoorn, known as the Venice of the North, sees boaters glide down its canals beneath arched footbridges, attracting around 800,000 day trippers in 2023. Historic towns also top the list. Delft enchants with its blue and white pottery heritage and medieval center, while Maastricht in the south welcomes culture seekers with its Roman architecture and vibrant cafe scene. Utrecht blends a rich religious history. Its Dom Tower dominates the skyline, with lively wharfside terraces along the Oudegracht. Nature-based destinations round out the top spots. The Wadden Islands, Texel, Terschelling, and Vlieland lure beachgoers and birdwatchers, while De Hoog Veluwe National Park offers over 5,400 hectares of heath, pine forest, and drifting sand dunes, plus the Kreller-Miller Museum's world-class sculpture collection. Seasonal events boost regional tourism. King's Day celebrations fill every city with street markets and live music. The Amsterdam Dance event draws over 400,000 electronic music fans each October, and the Sail Amsterdam Maritime Festival sees hundreds of tall ships and millions of spectators every 5 years. Looking ahead, the World Travel and Tourism Council projects visitor exports to grow at 5.2% annually, reaching over 41 billion euros by 2033. By balancing popular city sites, cultural towns, and natural escapes, and investing in off-season and regional promotion, the Netherlands aims to keep its tourism sector thriving and sustainable. The Netherlands may be best known for its cities and canals, but it also relies on a range of natural resources that support its economy and way of life. One of the most famous is natural gas. For decades, the Groningen gas field, Europe's largest onshore deposit, has supplied energy and revenue, though production has been scaled back in recent years to reduce earthquake risks. Today, gas still meets a significant share of domestic heating and industry needs. Coal and oil play a much smaller role. The Netherlands imports most of its oil and coal to run power stations and refineries, focusing instead on cleaner energy sources. The country has set ambitious targets to phase out coal-fired power by 2030 and to double offshore wind capacity by 2035, reflecting a strong shift toward renewables. Speaking of renewables, the Dutch have embraced wind power on land and at sea. The North Sea coast hosts some of Europe's largest offshore wind farms, supplying green electricity to households and businesses. Onshore wind turbines scatter the flat polder landscapes, while rooftops and fields brim with solar panels, making solar one of the fastest-growing energy sources. For intercity travel, the NS train network offers various discount passes. A single standard ticket from Amsterdam to Rotterdam runs about 15 euros, but frequent travelers can save with a rail pass. Dutch salaries help offset these costs. The average gross monthly wage is around 3,800 euros, with take-home pay near 2,600 euros after taxes and social contributions. The legal minimum wage stood at 1,913 euros per month in 2024, ensuring a basic standard of living for entry-level positions. Healthcare and education are high quality and largely subsidized. Adults pay about 120 euros per month for health insurance, which covers most doctor visits and treatments. Public schooling is free through secondary level, and university tuition for EU students runs around 2,200 euros per year. Daily life in the Netherlands balances work and leisure. A typical work week is 36 to 40 hours, and part-time jobs are common, especially among students and parents. Cycling remains the primary mode of transport for many, cutting commuting costs and adding daily exercise. Weekends often feature market visits, canal-side strolls, or trips to nearby parks and beaches. While living costs in Dutch cities can be high, strong public services, excellent transport, and a healthy work, life balance make daily life both secure and enjoyable. The Netherlands is a compact country of just under 42,000 square kilometers, yet it supports 17.9 million people with a high standard of living. Its 1.27 trillion USD GDP places it 18th globally, and a per capita income of about 70,600 USD ranks it among Europe's wealthiest nations. From the ingenious network of dikes and polders that keep 26% of its land dry to the world's largest port in Rotterdam, Dutch engineering underpins both daily life and global trade. A service-driven economy, 77% of GDP, combines with efficient industry and high-tech agriculture to create resilience and opportunity. Life here balances work and leisure. With 32% of land under protection, from the Waddenzee UNESCO area to De Hoge Veluwe National Park, the Dutch enjoy easy access to nature, whether along sandy dunes, wetland trails, or quiet heathlands. Cities pulse with cozy brown cafes, cutting-edge clubs during Amsterdam dance event, and the nationwide King's Day street parties that celebrate community and culture. Costs, from €1,600 rent in Amsterdam's center to €1,000 outside, reflect demand, but strong wages, average net pay near €2,600 per month, support a healthy work-life balance, underpinned by excellent public transport, free education, and reliable health care. Thank you for exploring life in the Netherlands with us. If you enjoyed this journey through Dutch landscapes, culture, and daily life, please like, share, and subscribe for more global insights. Tot ziens, and see you in the next video. Whether you're seeking energetic clubs, cozy pubs, or live music venues, the country's cities provide an array of options to enjoy after dark. Auckland, the largest city, boasts a dynamic nightlife scene. Areas like Britomart and Karanga Hapu Road, K Road, are known for their trendy bars and clubs. Britomart offers stylish venues with live music and DJ performances, while K Road is celebrated for its eclectic mix of establishments that stay lively well into the night. Wellington, the capital city, is renowned for its compact yet bustling nightlife. Courtenay Place serves as the main entertainment district, featuring a variety of pubs, clubs, and late-night venues. Nearby Cuba Street adds a bohemian flair with its unique bars and cafes, often hosting live music and events that reflect the city's creative spirit. Queenstown, known for its adventure tourism, also excels in nightlife. The town center is packed with bars and clubs that cater to both locals and tourists. Venues like the World Bar and Little Blackwood offer live music and a lively atmosphere, making Queenstown a hotspot for evening entertainment. In Christchurch, the nightlife has evolved with the city's redevelopment. Areas such as Addington and Riccarton feature a mix of traditional pubs and modern bars. The city's commitment to rebuilding has led to the emergence of unique venues that contribute to a vibrant nighttime economy. As of 2024, New Zealand hosts approximately 1,560 pubs, bars, and nightclubs, reflecting a 2.0% increase from the previous year. This growth indicates a resilient and expanding nightlife sector that continues to adapt and thrive. In summary, New Zealand's nightlife is characterized by its variety and vibrancy. From the urban energy of Auckland and Wellington to the resort town charm of Queenstown and the evolving scene in Christchurch, there's something for everyone to enjoy when the sun goes down.